Peace on Earth. Ethan Indigo Smith here. The Hermetics of Tao, Part 5 Rhythm. Of course, everyone kind of knows about the undulations of rhythm, the secondarily underneath that, the perpetuation of patterns, right? So, what's your rhythm? How does someone vibrate it? Uh, um, but let's go a little bit beyond that, and let's apply it to Tai Chi, to Tai Chi being everywhere. Um, the proper rhythm to life is really simple, of course, right? But you have to basically do almost the contrast of what you would think. Um, so if you really want to uh, have a rhythm that vibrates to wisdom, you want to embody the expression that I know nothing. Like Socrates is said to have said, the one thing that I know is that I know nothing. Also related to that, how the Buddhists understand the flaws of our five senses, right? As soon as we can get past um, uh, our certainty, we can move into a place of wisdom, right? So actually, to know, you have to know that you don't know. That's it, right? Now take that rhythm into things. Now, the best way to take on opposition is to not lose. Don't You don't have to win. You have to not lose. Seems like a subtle sameness, but it's totally different. If you are going to win, you leave nothing off the table. If you are going to approach a situation where you don't lose, you move as if Jackie Chan during a fight scene. It's always getting away from losing. It's not winning, right? It's moving past losing. Um, um, so move like Jackie Chan. That's the proper rhythm. Not so the best way also to be well is to not seek strength. It's to seek lack of weakness, right? You want to get rid of your weakness rather than seek to be strong, because if you're overwhelming yang, hmm, there's some drawbacks to that. Moving with that rhythm some more. The best way to really operate in life is not always trying to be right. It's always trying to not be wrong, right? So, see the subtle difference there? If you have principles where you do not behave in a wrong manner, if your motivation is to not be wrong, you can hold on to principles. If your motivation is to do right, then certain partial mindedness or partisanship or partiality or flawed thinking via our five senses might take over, right? So that's a little shift to the rhythm that allows one to be more in tune um, um, with things. Now apply that to the form. Apply that to learning self development and the formation of Tai Chi, the long form. Um, First, there is a certain level of mimicry, and then there's a certain level of learning the principles and learning what the movements posture's energy has, and um, eventually, after a whole process of learning and forgetting and revisiting and refining and remembering, uh, there is a level where it becomes yours, right? Just like with learning music, when you have the song down, that's one level of application or comprehension. When you're able to uh, have a level of jazz or syncopation, then there's the eloquence, right? So the rhythm is to understand that contrast, right? Understand the best way to move towards a thing is maybe not as we initially perceive it, right? If we can get past our flawed thinking, we can find easier and even more direct or indirect ways to get a thing to transpire, or to get a thing done. So the rhythm is a certain softness and a certain acceptance of our ignorance, and then learning the principles in a way that usually contrasts our initial assumption when we move past that ignorance. And then when we have the principles and we have that comprehension, then we can further proceed with syncopation, right? In the form or however. So I hope that's useful. Hope that makes sense. And peace.